Hey guys, it's Kayla, or Moon, or Little Miss Investigative Journalist. How's it going? Like most videos of this kind, I did not plan on making this. However, the more incidents that are brought to my attention, the more compelled I feel to share this information. A huge content warning before we begin. I will be talking about sexual harassment as well as showing clips of alleged harassment. So above all, please consider your own well-being. I would also like to give a quick disclaimer. This is not tea or gossip, so don't treat it as such. Okay? Now let's get into the topic at hand. Since the Thai BL KinnPorsche the series first aired on April 2nd of this year, it's become massively popular. Throughout the show's duration, there seemed to be a different controversy every week, some more petty than others. But this most recent controversy is nothing short of disgusting, and luckily, fans are not letting it slide. The authors of the KinnPorsche novel, Yok and Poi, have been accused of sexually harassing multiple cast members in the series. Several clips have surfaced depicting these incidents, so we're going to watch all of them. In this first clip, we see Mile, who is one of the lead actors in KinnPorsche, going live on the show's official Instagram account. I'm going to play the full clip so you can hear his tone of voice and the author's reactions.
ว่านักเขียนจะชอบแตะอ่างอันนี้เรื่องจริงไม่เคยทำแบบนั้นอีกหรือเปล่าพี่มาแต่งเรื่องว่าพี่มาแต่งเรื่องเก่งวะยังให้อภัยได้ยังแบบแตะอ่างยังมีขอบเขตแล้ววันไหนไม่มีขอบเขตช่วยผมด้วยนะครับครับที่พูดมาเหมือนพูดเล่นแต่พูดจริงหมดจริงผมพูดแบบดูตลกเหมือนพูดเล่นแต่เหมือนหยอกอ่ะแต่ว่าผมพูดจริงถ้าผมหยอกผมจะบอกว่าหยอกไอ้แต่อ่างเรื่องจริงไม่ต้องหัวเราะคุณทำมา
So basically, Mile reveals that the authors get very touchy with him, and he reiterates 3 times that he's not joking. In another clip that was taken by Yok, we see the author persuading Mile to sit on his lap. Mind you, Mile does not want to and tries to get up twice. Surprise, surprise, there is a third clip of Mile that was taken on Yok's personal TikTok account. In this one, we see Mile rounding the corner, presumably after filming a scene involving water, and when he sees Yok standing there, he steps back and covers himself up. Moving on to the other lead actor, we have a clip of Poi touching Oppo that was originally posted to Weibo. In this clip, Oppo can be heard saying, "Please don't do this to me, Poi. Enough. People are going to walk in and see." He then pretends to fight her before running out the door. The next few clips are of Bible, who plays the antagonist of the series. In this first clip, we see Yok cradling Bible while Bible gestures a gun to his head. In this second clip, Yok is recording Bible while he's on his phone.
เรียกแม่สิลูก
No
ทำไมไม่เรียกแม่
ไม่อยากครับผม
หนูไม่รักแม่เหรอลูก
รักครับผม
ทำไมไม่เรียกแม่
เพราะว่าผมมีแม่แค่คนเดียว
เรียกมี
No
We can hear him say to Bible, "Call me mom, son." To which Bible replies, "I already have a mom. Why should I call you mom?" And the author continues to insist that he call them mom. In this third clip, we see Bible approaching Build for a hug, but when he reaches his arms out, Yok intercepts the hug. Yet another cast member who has had concerning interactions with the authors is Build, who plays a bodyguard of the Major family. This first clip shows Build in a clothing store, supposedly with Yok behind the camera. He's handed a very feminine article of clothing to try on and is visibly uncomfortable at the request. In another clip, Build is getting ready to go home after a long day of filming, and Yok is following him around. The author keeps making comments along the lines of, "Come home with me instead." Now, I have to warn you, These last clips involve Barcode, who was a minor at the time of filming and is currently a high school student. So in this first clip from the KinnPorsche press conference back in November of last year, Barcode is sitting on stage when Yoke and Poi come over to tease him. Honestly, you just have to watch the full clip, and please look at Perth's face.
หนูโอเคไหมลูกหนูไหวไหม
โอเคครับ
เขานั่งเหม่อมาพักนึงแล้วนะ
อะไรครับ
หัวใจทำสิอะไรทำอะไรก็ทำเนาะแกล้งน้องตลอด
These next two clips go together, but the first one I'll be showing you is what finally got fans talking, to the point of trending. So here we see both authors on Instagram Live with Barcode and Jeff, who plays his crush in the series. I will play the full clip, but basically, Poi reveals that she's been making Barcode give her back massages, and that she teaches him how to be a good actor in private. To this, Jeff replies, "This is the incorrect way of using the rights of authors."
เจ๊ปอยมีอะไรจะบอกปอยสอนบาร์โค้ดให้เป็นนักแสดงที่ดีไหนบาร์โค้ดบอกพี่ปอยซิที่พี่ปอยสอนวันนั้นว่าการเป็นนักแสดงที่ดีหนูต้องเป็นยังไงข้อที่1
ต้องนวดพี่ปอย
โอ้ไม่ใช่ละไม่ใช่คือเป็นการใช้อำนาจนักเขียนในทางที่ผิดนะครับผมอย่าไปจำนะฮะไม่แล้วทุกคนนึกว่าล้อเล่นนะนวดจริงๆในกองนวดจริงคือใช้ทุกคนในการนวดนะ
ข้อที่2หนูต้องเป็นนักแสดงที่ดีข้อที่2หนูต้องนวดใคร
นวดพี่หยกใช่ไหม
ข้อที่3เป็นนักแสดงที่ดีหนูต้องนวดพี่
ไหนอีกอะหมดแล้ว
พี่บอส
อ๋อ
นี่แหละคือ
แต่เมื่อกี้พี่เห็นว่าเจฟยกมือคือเจฟอยากโดน
นึกว่าเป็นเรา
ไม่มีในนักแสดงที่เราแอบไปสอนบาร์โค้ดมาไงเจฟว่าการเป็นนักแสดงที่ดีเป็นยังไงเขาเล่นเก่งจริงเขาเล่นอย่างงู้นอย่างนี้จริงแต่การเป็นนักแสดงที่ดีโดยถ่องแท้คือหนูต้องนวดเก่งอันนี้ที่สอนบาร์โค้ดมา
คอบ่าไหลต้องมาแล้ว
The other clip is more of the same. Poi says to Barcode, "You have to look at me and ask what?" Barcode replies, "This one too?" She answers, "Yes, you have to look for me while I'm sitting there. Then you have to ask me, 'Is your back aching?' Why? Because I am a writer. I wrote the script for you. You have to remember this." With these kinds of videos, I try to limit my own reactions, but I'm sorry, I just can't. This is the textbook definition of grooming. Screw the textbook. I know what it's like to be taken advantage of in that way, and the fact that it's able to happen out in the open is revolting. Even if Barcode wasn't a kid, can you imagine going into your job and your boss forces you to massage them? That's an HR nightmare, but more than anything, it's wrong. As you've seen in these clips, the actors try to laugh it off, and I think that's why this situation has gone unchecked for as long as it has. You hint that something's up with a smile on your face because you have no control over the situation. In that first clip with Barcode, I saw some people question why Jeff didn't do more. But truly, what do you do when there's a power imbalance and when the people in charge are abusing that power? So why do the authors of KinnPorsche hold so much power, and why do they receive so much access to the cast? Well, in short, they own everything. In response to these sexual harassment allegations, author Yoke tweeted a thread explaining how they came to be so influential. So here's the rundown. Yoke and Poi sold the rights to make a series to Filmmania. They cast the actors themselves and were even managing some of them. In addition to management, they also did PR for the actors, along with various marketing campaigns. To clarify, these are the authors doing all this, not Filmmania. So due to an issue with Filmmania that was never revealed, the authors were able to legally take back the rights to the series. Once Beyond Cloud came around, they sold the rights to them, and both authors were heavily involved in every step of production. In May of this year, they decided to resign from their positions and focus on writing. From there, they started their own company called Damie House. Now you might be wondering, why are they still hanging around if they've resigned? That's a mystery. At the peak of outrage, fans demanded for Beyond Cloud to release a statement, or at least distance themselves from the authors. But here's where it gets political. People want season 2 of KinnPorsche, and the company wants money. Despite Beyond Cloud owning the rights to the series, Yoke and Poi are still their writers. It's so fucked up to choose greed over basic workplace protections for your employees, especially those who are underage. But business is business, I guess. That's sarcasm, by the way. Again, I'm required to state that all incidents of sexual harassment are alleged. But if you were patient enough to sit through this video, I think it's safe to say we're on the same page. Thank you to the moon and back for watching, and thank you to the lovely members of my Discord server. I hope I'm able to spread awareness to this issue, because it's a serious issue, and as fans, there isn't much else we can do. Expect 2 more videos about KinnPorsche. Yeah, 2. I loved this series that much. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll talk soon. Bye!